Hello, and thank you for joining us today in our study of the book of Psalms. Today we're in Psalm 98. Now, this particular psalm is neither lengthy nor is it complex. As a matter of fact, it has one singular theme throughout. And yet, the things that are stated in this psalm are important for us to remember, and they're something we should take a moment and think about and recognize. So, let's look at Psalm 98. Beginning in verse 1, we read, O sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have gained him the victory. The Lord has made known his salvation. His righteousness he has revealed in the sight of the nations. He has remembered his mercy and his faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth in song. Rejoice and sing praises. Sing to the Lord with the harp and the sound of the psalm, with trumpets and the sound of a horn. Shout joyfully before the Lord, the King. Let the sea roar, and all its fullness, the world and those who dwell in it. Let the rivers clap their hands. Let the hills be joyful together before the Lord, for he is coming to judge the earth. With righteousness he shall judge the world, and the peoples with equity. As you look at Psalm 98, there's one major theme. There's one major idea, and it's mentioned a couple of times in the psalm, and that is the importance or the value of singing to the Lord. That he says in verse 1, he opens it by saying, "Oh, sing to the Lord a new song," or a fresh song. It's a song of deliverance, it's a song of faithfulness. This is the idea of joyful praise being given before God. It's interesting to note that one of the themes, both in the Old Testament and the New Testament, is the use of songs in praise to God, and that is one of the things that as God created man, he intended for man to utilize the fruit of his lips toward his Creator. It is supposed to be a symbol of joy. Now, yes, we sing in times of pain and sorrow as well. But one of the first things that comes to the minds of many people when they're happy is to sing. And that's what God intended for it to be the case. He states again down in verse 4, he says, "Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth in song. Rejoice and sing praises." We are supposed to be those whose joy in God leads us and causes us to want to sing praises to Him, to want to lift Him up in rejoicing for who He is and for what He has done, as much as we might go before Him in prayer when we are in times of deep despair and sorrow. Now, granted, with both of those, song and prayer, they have use and they have purpose on both sides of the equation. But it is interesting how so many times we sing in times of joy and we pray in times of trouble. The other element of this psalm is the element of the Lord keeping his promises. The statement is made in verse 3, he has remembered his mercy and his faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. And then again in verse 9 at the end of the psalm, for he is coming to judge the earth. With righteousness he shall judge the world and the peoples with equity. God is faithful. God keeps his promises. And so part of what the psalmist is calling on them to rejoice in is not just the fact that God has delivered them, but that he has delivered them, he has been with them, he has shown his validity to them within the confines of his promises. He has kept his word. He has done what he said he would do. In our world, we're used to people failing us, falling short, refusing to keep their promises, refusing to do what they say they're going to do. It should cause us to rejoice that we serve a God who keeps his promises, who does what he says he will do, and will be there for us as he says he will. These are some of the things that I see in Psalm 98. I hope that they're things that are beneficial to you. Next time, we'll come back and we'll look at the 99th Psalm. I hope that you'll join us then, and thank you for watching the video today. Until next time, have a great day.